stream's ended. I'm still live, aren't I? Yeah, what's up? Alright, put that up here. And get some more abrasive powder in. Oh, wait, try it again. Hello. Howdy, Daniel. We're doing a test to see how well the live works out here in the back patio from the Wi-Fi extender. So I just got to get some more powder into my little unit here. And we're going to work on some trilobites. Uh-oh. That's too much powder. Uh-oh. That's way too much. Ow! Stop flowing! Oops, I made a mess. And clean our mess. Alrighty. Hi there, Derek. Happy Monday. Ooh, that powder's nice and soft. So I went to buy some baking soda on Amazon, and I was gonna get the 50-pound pail, 5-gallon bucket basically, and it's gonna be like $80, and I wasn't gonna get here until like next week. And I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna go down to Winco and see if I can find some baking soda for cheaper, and I can get it today. So sure enough, I get into the oh, hi there, Zaina. Go into the baking aisle, and a gal there, she's like, what are you baking with all that baking soda? I'm like, I'm not baking anything. This was funny. And then of course I go to check out another gal, she's like, what are you gonna be using with all that baking soda? So I just told her I use it for a median for a blasting media. That's plugged in. The pedal's down there. Here a little. Yeah, it was much cheaper. I got like, oh, let's see here. Each box is 4 pounds, and I got 18 boxes, and it was less than $50. So that was the way to go. Hi there, Spot. All right, make sure that we're plugged in. Where's my foot pedal? There we go. Oh, sorry, baking soda. So we got a little guy right here. Oh, I forgot to zoom in. Dang it. So we're gonna zoom in. We're gonna zoom out, and then we're gonna zoom in. Find our sweet spot. Oh, hi there, Ryan. The blasting cabinet is actually working out pretty well. I just wish I could sit down. That's the only thing I don't like about this blasting cabinet. Works pretty well. And we'll give a little touch up around the sides here. And boom, all done. Well, hi there, Shedley. Or is it Shudley? Let me know if it's a Shed or Shood. Either way, hello. And there was Where was this one at? Oh, this one I wasn't sure about. How there, Luna? Lunetta? This one I wasn't so sure about. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the super chat. Here, let me get a little. Here, 1 second. That'll help go towards the baking soda purchase today. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm gonna move the bell really quick. I need to put it somewhere I can ring it. Thank you so much for that super chat. It's much appreciated. Let's get my gloves back on here. Go. Where's my... Oh gosh, which one was I working on? Oh yeah, I wasn't sure about this one here, because I don't know if that was a fossil or not. I may have just... Maybe not. So I might leave that one alone for now. Oh wait, no, there's a little trilobite on that one. Yeah, no, people can like the super chats. Little itty bitty trilobite right there. That's all she wrote. Little guy right there. Boom. And is the name pronounced Nikki? Nicket. Give me 1 second here. Sometimes I'm not good with words. Nikita. Let me know if I got that right. Feel free to phonetically spell it out if I got it wrong. And this one just popped right out here. So this is what's called a molt. And of course I keep dropping it. But it's called a molt. Trilobites molt often, but they only die once. And you'll find a lot of these. Oh, hi there, Fred. And sometimes they're kind of fun to have. I don't think they're worth too much. So let's find the one that's actually a trilobite here. I don't know what they're doing in the background, but someone's cutting trees. So that one I think's missing the head. No worry, most clever. So long as you're hanging out and chatting, that's all I really care about. I appreciate the thought, though. So I'm using baking soda as a medium, or blasting media, for these little trilobites. It works rather well. And I didn't get too many whole trilobites on my trip. So next year when I go, I'm going to go for a couple days and kind of high grade what I get. So you get a lot of full ones. Derek, no. I just hung out with the family and just kind of relaxed. Didn't do much of anything except for I did go live for a little bit. Which is crazy. That live got like 25,000 views? So that was crazy. Yeah, I was kind of relaxed, hung out with the family. Nothing crazy. And that one's done. Oh, I think it's done. We can get probably more over here. What I like about this part of the process is super quiet. There we go. That's better. So the air pressure, my It looks like it's set at like 65 right now. So yeah. And then I was actually testing on a big old fish back there. So that, I'm testing it with the spine first. And that is the 18-inch layer fish. It's not one of the shoreline fish quarries. Otherwise, it would just blow right through the fish. Alright, where's the oh, there it is. See? Got this guy there. Hey, Patrick. Got a little guy right here. Doesn't take much. And that looks to be the underside of the trilobite. Nice, Veneta. Yeah, that was the only one on that bait. There's a little guy. Alright. I had a couple more set aside. Gotta find them. What was this one? So the guy that was running the trilobite, or managing the trilobite site, he said to use baking soda. And this trilobite may not be good for this one. It's kind of, maybe. Yeah, that one's not good. It seems to be kind of not the best color for that one. Are they, Ryan? So we're going to skip that one for now. Yeah, we're going to skip that one. And I had to sit down on the one over here too. I use iron powder too. Oh, these are not fake rocks. I got these in my out of Utah. I have videos to prove it, and that will be a future video. These are 100% real. More real than that one might be okay. So yeah, I actually have a sandstone fossil in the box right now. It's for the fish. It just takes a little longer because it seems to be more sticky than this stuff. Oh, that's the trilobite I wanted. This little guy right there. Hey, little guy. Boom. Look how cute he is. Oh my gosh. He's so stinking adorable. No, I'm not Playboard George. So yeah, like over, let's see here. Let's scoot this up to you. So this is the limestone. Here, I'm just gonna take my hand out of this plate here. So that is a fossil from the 18-inch layer there in Wyoming, and it actually works pretty well in the limestone. I just gotta be very careful. This limestone would actually be a lot, like I said, it's a lot thicker. Here, let me grab another. Corey, I'm using baking soda. Well, Tony Lasagna. It's real rocks. That's all the rock that we're blasting right now. It's from Utah. And we're gonna load in a little piece of limestone really quick. Okay, what did this belong to? Why was this in there? Here, let's put it right here for a second. Now I use this box because I don't want to get dust everywhere. It's a messy process. Why am I doing this? You ask? Well, Why wouldn't I? There we go. Get my hands back in there. So we have two different limestone plates. This limestone is would be the shoreline of an ancient lake out of Wyoming. It's from the Green River Formation. The lake is about 52 million years old, or the ancient lake, I should say. So the limestone is from more of the shoreline, and this limestone would be more of the center of the lake where it was more compressed. So this stuff, the reason why you don't want to use the sand media on this one, and we'll use this fish as an example here. Gotta zoom back in. Almost need another hand. There we go. All right, so the reason why you don't want to use sandblasting media on small fish is it will destroy the fossil, and this is for educational purposes only. You see how fast that destroyed the fish? Quick. And that is why you do not use abrasives for the shoreline fish or for the small fish. Whereas the 18-inch layer, where the big fish came from, the layers are much more compact. And you still have to be very careful about using the abrasives when you get down more to the soft tissue of the fish. The big bones are okay, but you still have to be very careful. Because it just... See how quick it kind of blows a hole in the limestone there? It does not take very much. And that's a pretty deep hole. That's deep. So that's why you don't use the abrasives for the shoreline fish. It will destroy it. But if you notice, I'm just going to leave one hand out here. It takes it a lot longer to blow through the limestone over here. Like, it's not quite as quick. I mean, it still goes through, but it's not super quick. But yeah, this big fish over here, I'll zoom out. That is, it's a big fish. It's a really big fish. The tail's actually cut off. The tail's missing on the fish. And no one wanted it. I'm like, I'll take it. That's a good practice piece. Well, Tony, tell you what, how about you go to Wyoming and you dig the fish and you microwave it and tell me what happens. I'm interested to learn. Just be prepared to spend $150 to dig for a couple hours. How about this one over here? I think we're working on that one. Hi there, Cameron. I wanted to see if this was anything over here. No, that's the underside. That's the underside of a trilobite. So yeah, the dig sites, you can pay for a couple hours. They do have an all-day option. It's like $150, $160. You can dig for all day. Gotta hurry though, because their season is closing, coming into for an end. Because once it gets too cold, they shut everything down. So if anyone has access to a laser printer, I would be curious to know if it's possible to expose some of these fossils with a laser printer. Because the quarries are a mix between private property and state-owned property. Yeah, that's the so this is the underside of the trilobite. And it looks like that actually might be the full one. Thank you, Amy. So, Waddle Bobcat, I'm actually using baking soda as a blasting media to expose some trilobites. And I collected these a few weeks ago. If I was using sand, it'd probably just destroy the trilobite, most likely. And I feel like this baking soda is actually doing better than the one I had. I think the baking soda I had in the shop was a little too clumpy. Oh. And there's Tammy. Is Jana also here? I missed Janet's chat. Oh, there's Jana. Hi, Janet. I'm excited to be back live this weekend, you guys. Amy will be live again as well, Saturday night. I got the day. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see what I'm doing. Trying to make sure y'all can see. Hi there, Mario. So, you see these two little black dots right there? That one and that one. There's another one right there. And those are also little ancient living microorganisms, little critters. And you find them mixed in with some of the fossils out there. I forgot the name of it. I have the paper somewhere. I'm sure anyone that's been out to Utah to dig for these can probably tell me. Or correct me at least. Well, how are they purrs? Feta, this is a trilobite. We are using baking soda as a blast media to expose the trilobite to see what we got. And this one is the bottom side of a trilobite. And this came out of outside Delta, Utah from UDig Fossils. I was there for a day. And next year I'll go for a couple days. Camp nearby. It's actually really fun. And I will say that if you ever go out there, do not pet the tarantula hawks. They apparently, if provoked, they're pretty docile, but if they are provoked, they have a pretty nasty sting. Well, thank you, No Name. I'm hoping to get more into fossils as time goes on. It is a very delicate process and requires a lot of patience. The only downside about this box I'm working in is I have to stand the whole time. Nope. Okay. Sorry, I'm using my nose. Oh, I can't read that comment. It's potentially held. So let me see what it says really quick. Yeah, Daniel, Daniel, I've never seen one before in person. I was like, man, what is that? Weird. All right. Yeah, so yeah, they just kind of lived all over the place. Like, I think that those little barnacle-looking things, it was just a layer above the trilobite, so it probably died. Let's see, actually, let me look at this really quick. It was on the underside, so probably the trilobite died on top of the other organism. And that's probably what happened with that. And here in a minute, we'll probably go inside and work on some obsidian. I have a couple projects to do today. Like this right here, that's part of a trilobite. That's part of the head, like the cheek area. Right here. That's part of a cheek, part of the head. But yeah, Daniel, I didn't realize that the tarantula hawks had like the second most painful like sting of the insect kingdom until like I was doing some research after the fact. I'm like, oh, and here I was trying to catch it. So don't do that. I need to start carrying like business cards with me. So yeah, this is what I'm using the baking soda for. So yeah, it's mostly there. Oh no, I did lie. Let's see if we can actually flip this around. And we're gonna go for this side right here. I'm assuming that we have enough powder in the container there. So this one downside about the device that I'm using. It's an Aero Blaster by Crystal Mark. The container for the blast media is pretty small. So it's a constant like battle of having to keep refilling it. Which is when you're like kind of in the zone, you don't want to keep doing that all the time. So yeah. So we might have the other side of that. That one actually might pop out if I can get to it. Oh, I have another one over here in the corner. Okay, so this one, that one's kind of buried in there a little bit. And that one actually might be a partial. And we might be out of media a little bit. Oh, okay, we're good. Sorry, the camera wants to focus on the tool itself, but not the fossil. So I'd be curious to know if this is actually a full trilobite or no. That's not a full trilobite. That's a partial. It's actually missing its head, so it's missing the head there. Yeah, Derek, actually, there could be more hiding. That's why I didn't break them down while I was there, because I can always break these down again. I actually have one that I can't break it down now because guess what? My truck isn't here. Because do you know what's inside my truck? My rock hammers. Because I do have one right there that could actually be broken down again. You can actually see it. It wants to split right there. Oh, it's a big piece. And I don't remember why I brought it back. Oh yeah, I do. There it is. There's a trilobite hiding right there. But yeah, I figured I might do like a quick video breaking that down when I get my hammers back. And then, yeah, we got that one there. My hammers are S-Wings. They're the old, I believe the older models. That one I'm not going to do anything with. I'm going to leave it alone. There was like that. I got that one there. That one is a molt. That one's a molt. It's missing its cheeks. I just brought back a lot of like that one we already did during a live. And I got more down there. There's actually a couple. I don't know where I put them. I kept them because I thought they're cool, and I don't know what I did with them. But where are we at for power? We have 75%. Let's go in the shop really quick. There's some obsidian I need to work on, so we're gonna bring you all over here. Got everything mostly ready. We have this to work on. Well, it's not wet anymore. But we do have some fire obsidian to work on. So we're going to work on this. And luckily that shouldn't be too much sanding. In fact, we might be good to take this to 600 grit. And then 1200. Spot. Hi there, Sam. Hi there, Dead Bee. I'm gonna say Dead Bee because I just don't want to say the actual B word. And then I need my tablet. Where did my tablet go? So we're gonna work on some fire obsidian. So we're gonna shift gears a little bit for a couple of reasons. One, to allow my phone to stay charged, and then that way I can get some other stuff done because this actually is an important piece to work on, as it will be for sale in the future. Uh-oh. Where'd it go? I lost the tip to my clamp here. Goes right here. That way the cord stays out of my way. All right, so we're gonna work on some fire obsidian right here. So for those that don't know what fire obsidian is, it's a rare variety of obsidian from Glass Butte here in Oregon. You can't just go out and dig for it and sell it. Pretty much to get lucky and find it either in shops or at sales. And there is, here we're zoom in. My skin feels weird because of the baking soda. But this one's got some nice color in there. So we have one layer, and you can see there's another layer back there. And even the other side has a little bit of color. So we're gonna go ahead and start working on this. I'm not gonna worry about polishing the sides too much. I'm just gonna work on the top and the bottom. And then this will be for sale here in the near future. Because someone sent this in. They bought it, they want me to polish it, they want me to sell it, and it's consignment. Actually, hold on. I need to wash my hands. My hands feel weird because of the baking soda. 1 second. Do not like the feeling of that. That was gross. All right, here we go. using like a chopstick or something. Pretty small piece. I almost didn't even need to go to 600. Well, hi there, Nancy. Yeah, I forgot who that was, but it might have been Josh. Tomcat Josh. Because he gets some memberships yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. Losing track of my days. And I'll go ahead and... Actually, I'm curious if we can just do... We're going to test something here. Yeah, we're going to test something. So, we're going to go ahead and test one side with 1200 grit and see if it'll go ahead and sand. And then we'll test the other side with 600 and then 1200. So we're going to do this really quick. We're going to adjust our camera over here. That's 1200 grit. Because it already has like a good like tumble on it, I guess you can say. We're going to do a quick experiment. The smaller the piece, the easier it is to sand and polish. The bigger the piece, the harder it is. Or I wouldn't say harder, the longer that it takes. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a nice, it's going to be a nice piece. Oh yeah, I didn't even need to go to the 600. Here, I'll show you. So I should have just skipped the 600 because I didn't need it. So we just did the 1200, and that's already pretty much ready for the carpet wheel. So that I just pretty much put more work on myself on that one. Spot. Now we have a lot of generous people in the community, and I'm very grateful to them. I'm grateful to everyone, really. I mean, there's been a lot of people that have been supporting me for the last few years, especially for like the live sales and stuff. Sorry. I'm gonna flip it around. Go ahead and start working on the other side here. Normally I don't do both sides, but this has two different layers, so we're gonna go ahead and do both sides here. So I did give the city of Corvallis a call, asked them about the permit process and how long it takes, and they said that the residential takes about 2 weeks, and for this commercial it'll take about 3 weeks. And I paid for the permit week before last, so hopefully by the end of this week I should hear something as far as like where we're at in the process. Because literally I'm just waiting for the permit at this time. We are a very friendly lot, Nancy. I'm very proud of everyone. Howdy, Egan. Take a look, see how it looks. Turn off the water. And we have a little air. Oh yeah, this is a much easier project than I thought it was gonna be. I am so excited for the shed. The new shop. I am eager. Ready? That's another reason I'm trying to get all these projects done now. So I don't have to think about lapidary stuff for a while, like once the new space gets here. Because once it gets here, pretty much once it gets here, Tuesday through whatever day that I'm not doing like live sale stuff, I'm going to be focusing on getting that space ready for getting everything organized and ready for live sales and for rock display. Well, have a good day, Daniel. Have a good week if we don't see you before this weekend. I will try to go live more often this week. So maybe I'll see you before this weekend. Let's focus on the edge a little bit here. We have 180 people watching and 66 likes. If you'd be so kind to leave a like on the video, double tap. If you like rocks and pretty stuff like this, I mean, look at that. Look at that. Go ahead and dry it and check our work. Janet. Okay, so we need to focus a little bit more on the edge right here, right there. Tammy, I'm in rock patrol. And then I saw there's a spot over here towards where my thumb's at, where we need to, yeah, the entire side needs to be focused on. So you can see where it's a little bit cloudy right there. We gotta focus some time on that, and then we're pretty much almost ready to go to polish. This project was much quicker than I thought. There is another piece in this box I need to work on. It's this one right here. So there is another one in there, and I just don't know where the fire layer is at. I didn't fully check. Oh, it's right there. Okay. So we do have another piece right here. I just don't know if, because there's another layer. Where's my pencil? There's another layer of something right here. There's another layer right there, but I don't know if it's a fire layer or not. So I really have to kind of like dive in and see if it is a fire layer. If not, then I'm not gonna worry about it. But that side, that is a fire layer right there. So that shouldn't take too much time to really polish up. And I think what I'll do is, if that layer isn't anything, then I will focus on this side. I will just polish this up really quick, and that should be good. Yeah, and then polish that up. Leave the rest alone, because what someone could do once they buy this is they can buy this and they can just get rid of that mark there. They can buy it and then they can just grind it down so it's a nice cab thickness right there, all the way around, and yeah, then they can just cut it down as they see fit. Derek, I feel that. Let's see here. Man, I haven't even really been buying any rocks. Saving all my money, kind of, sort of. Turn the water back on here. And we're going to focus on that edge. Now, new people in chat. My name is Kyle. I do everything that is rock and lapidary related, and fossils. I'm still doing like learning on fossils. I've been doing lapidary since 2012, so I've been doing it for quite some time. I forgot where that spot was. we still here? Might take a minute. There we go. Hey, at least I know I took a phone call. I lost one of my viewers though. Oops. It's okay. All right. And my friend's at the bank right now. He's telling me their late father's van, and he had a couple questions, so he might call back after a while. What is that? Oh, it's an ash box. Hi there, Hank. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry for the interruption there. This is why I want to get a separate phone, so that way if I get phone calls, I don't have to end or pause my stream. It's just difficult because the phone I want to get is expensive. And then it's another, like, what, $70 some odd a month for a cell phone bill? I'm tired of spending money. At least I could write it off, I guess. Yeah, welcome back, everybody. Here, let me just share that. Oh, the spraying spider. Hey, buddy. How's it going? Howdy, old guy. Nice, old guy. Yeah, so I'm waiting for a box from Joshua Agave. He sent me 2 boxes. One box had a bunch of Malawis in there, which are on the back patio right now. And then the second box, which has not gotten here yet, has people's orders in them from when they had a sale back in August. And then I believe there's some other stuff in there for me to consign from him for our live sales. We're just waiting for that box to show up. Hi there, Karima. Howdy, Reza. This is a fire obsidian. So we zoom in here. Right there. It's called fire obsidian. See that nice little flash of color? It is a rare variety of obsidian that comes only from Oregon. And finished material can go anywhere between $25 to $100 a gram, depending on color, clarity, and all that stuff. I mean, I got a couple pieces that actually are less than that. For example, I got one right here, a little dusty. I got this one right there. Again, it's just dusty. It's on both sides, and I priced it at less than I forgot where I priced it at, but it's less than what it should be going for. Now it's like $300. I want to drop it. I know people like opals and stuff, but the best part about fire obsidian is you do not have to baby it and have to worry about getting like lotions or water on it. It will not crack, it will not craze. It can be just as beautiful. Don't get me wrong, I do like opal. It's just opal can be really finicky sometimes. Derek. And we might actually be good on this one. Yeah. So that one's actually ready for polish. So we'll set this over here for now. We'll do all polishing all at once. And there's only 3 in there. And then this one. This one will be kind of the same thing. I would hit it with the 1200 grit, and it should be good to go. It does have a little natural imperfection there. How deep does that go? That might go a little deep. I wonder if maybe I should hit it really quick. I don't know. I don't want to ruin it. That's the thing. Oh, yeah, Christopher. Yeah, I do wash my fingers. I mean, yeah, you can, in theory, like sand your. Actually, I wouldn't say in theory. You can actually sand your fingers, sand your skin down. I've had it happen before. It doesn't really hurt until like you realize after the fact, and you have like a little bit of a sand spot on your skin. But for the most part, these machines are pretty safe. I might just leave it and then just polish it as is, because there is a couple imperfections in the stone. There's one there, and there's another one over here. So yeah, that fracture actually goes pretty deep. So we're going to polish as is, so we don't... actually, you know what? Okay. So this is going to be a good learning example here. So, see this little shimmer right here? This whole corner, we might actually have to grind out. Because that is a internal fracture. And so this whole corner needs to go out. I'm not thrilled about that, but it has to be done. Dang. That's okay. All right, so for that one, we are going to actually go back, and since it's a small surface area, so this actually won't take too long to work out. I do not speak Portuguese or read Portuguese, so unfortunately I cannot read your comment. I'm assuming it has something to do with Portuguese. Man, this one kind of bums me out a little bit. So I think with this one we should be able to grind out with the 280. It'll just take a little while longer, because I don't want to put too many deep marks into the stone. So we just gotta take it slow. Actually, no. Take it back. We're gonna use 140 grit. Because 280 will just take too long. Oh, from Brazil. Okay. My friend actually just came back from Brazil. He went there to buy rocks, crystals. All right, so this one we just simply want to utilize the whole wheel the best we can here. Derek, that is still kind of up in the air. From the sounds of it, he's almost considering like keeping the storefront here for a little while longer, and then just having someone else kind of like run things here. And let's see if he got it. Almost got all of it. There's still a little bit of a... Over here in the corner, there's still a little bit of a fracture there, but we almost have it out. Almost. Sorry, I'm looking here. It's still there. And zoom in. My fingers are wet, so it's kind of hard. Dang. That's okay. Trust me. The fracture is still there, and I think what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to change directions, and we're going to have to use the diamond wheel really quick. I didn't want to, but we're just going to grind away the side here. So we don't really need that. See a little chip there? That is what I was kind of going for to get rid of that. That was the fracture spot. Now we have the fracture gone, clean it up again. You're welcome, Derek. Not ideal, Bill. It works. Hi there, Oddbot. Happy Monday. Or Tuesday, depending on where you're at in the world. Now we're going to use 280 to clean up my the 140. Oh, I should have been wearing a paper. Look down on my hoodie is wet. Hotbot, I live here in Corvallis, Oregon, in the United States. There is technically still a little bit of a fracture in the stone, so I'm going to try to work around it. Not much I can do about that. I don't know how deep it goes, that's the problem. See that little black line right there? That's the fracture. I don't know how deep it goes, so we just have to work around it. So, with that in mind, we're now going to come down here to 600 grit. See if the cans will work here. Now, I have to make sure, like when I'm working, if the water's flying backwards, I have my mouth closed because this water is old. What happens if I touch it? I mean, touch the rock? Or touch the wheel? Because nothing happens when I touch the wheel. It is a resin diamond wheel. So, nothing's going to happen. Actually, this is probably one of the safest machines I have in... Oh, actually, no, I feel like the Power Wheel is probably more safer. These machines are safe. I do have a machine that is actually a bit more intimidating, and that is the high-speed sander. That thing scares the bejesus out of me because of how fast it goes. I had almost a couple close calls with that machine because I lost my focus just briefly. The high-speed sander can really do some damage if you don't pay attention. All right, and then come on. Well, hi there, Summer. We're working on some fire obsidian. These ones are the consignment ones. How you hold on to wet, slippery glass and I have flying cabs everywhere. That is amazing. I mean, Janet, I'm surprised too. Again, that's one of the reasons why I have like this this rag down here. It helps catch stones if they do fall down, but it also helps kind of with the lighting too and the camera because I have very white hands. Yes, it actually is summer, so this one, and then I did have to grind it down because there was a fracture on this side, and then the other one, it's already ready for polish, this one right here. So yeah, I work on getting these done before the weekend. I'm trying to get a lot of customer projects done before the weekend starts, minus the Moroccan agate, because that will take a week in itself to do. Lakewood, that's actually a really good question. I don't have it. Do I have it in here? The very first rock that I actually ever polished was just a random rock I picked up. It wasn't necessarily random. I just picked up because I thought it looked cool. And that was the very first rock I ever got polished. And I think it might be in here. Maybe? I gotta find it. But yeah, no, there's been a couple times where I've just picked up a rock from our rock garden and just kind of see if it would take a polish. Linda, hi Linda. Ow. I actually have a giant granite boulder at the corner of our front yard that I would actually like to take my angle grinder to and polish the faces like a face on that. I know it'll take polish. Maybe I'll do that sometime this week. I'll just grab a random rock out of the front yard and we'll just do a live. Actually, what I'll do is I'll have my daughter pick one out. That way, there's no bias. She's like 4 years old. I'll tell her, "Oh, hey, go pick a rock out of the rock garden." Gecko fingertips. How are they, Corey? We actually have 101 likes. Nice. Yeah, Lakewood, just kind of keep an eye out for my channel and keep an eye for lives. I'm not sure Maybe we'll do that tomorrow because she'll be home tomorrow. She goes to daycare a few times a week. So maybe we'll do it tomorrow. I'll have her pick out a rock. I'll have her pick out a couple rocks. And we can actually use that as an example of like how to know if a rock will take a polish or not. Because there is a trick. This should be good. Turn that off. And try my fingers off so we can zoom out and then zoom back in. So we zoom out and then we zoom back in. And then we take our little air compressor here. And it is not ready. So you see in the center of the stone where it looks a little like pitted. That is something that would not polish out. So we have to kind of focus on that center spot to get out that little pitted spot. So we turn it back on. And what we'll do is we'll focus the edge of the wheel kind of in the center there. Just like this. And hopefully that should do it. Spend a few more seconds on there. And then we just use the rest of the wheel to kind of blend it all in. And I'm not adding a whole lot of weight onto the wheel. I'm just letting the wheel kind of do its thing. And we just check our work. And Bob's your uncle. We got the little pitted spots out. I want to blend it a little bit better though. So nice and slow, keep the stone moving. You don't ever want to keep it held down for too long because you cause a facet in the stone and we don't want facets. So we keep moving, we keep blending. It's like art. Just keep on blending. You can go slower, you just gotta keep the stone moving. Check our work again. That's much better. Alright. Now I need to see if there was any fire on the other side, and if there's not, then we're gonna go on to polish. And I don't remember seeing any. I feel like I would see it if it was. So it is a thin layer. Oh, is that fire? So, sometimes you can't see the fire straight on. However, if we go at an angle, it almost looks like there is some purple and green on that layer. It's very reflective. So what we're going to do is we are going to take this to the diamond wheel and we're going to flatten the top. Make sure can you all see that? The green and purple. So we couldn't see it directly head on. We tried that. Couldn't see it head on. So we kind of had to go through the side. And only then we can really see the potential color. So, diamond wheel is next. Because one side's done, now we got to do the other. This usually doesn't take too long. Obsidian is actually a lot easier to grind than you would think. It's not like Minecraft where it's like the hardest material in the world. It's actually pretty soft. It's class. So what we're gonna do, where's my fancy pencil? So that's the layer right there. I don't want to go past that layer at all. I don't even want to get too close to it. You get too close to it, you're going to run the chance of destroying it and not having a chance to bring it back. So we're going to mark where the layer's at right there. And then what I want to do is actually, I want to grind to right about here. So we're only getting rid of really just barely the top. Yeah, we gotta be careful over here. So we're getting rid of just a little bit there on top. No, that's not Spooky Quartz. This is obsidian from Oregon. So we're going to use the diamond wheel. Won't take too long. Not getting enough water. There we go. Oh yeah. Happy with that removal. Bust my eardrums because it was on full volume. Well, why you got it on full volume? It's not that loud. Okay. So I know it's got some little facets to it, but we're gonna round those off. And with that, we're gonna use 140 grit. So typically, I don't like to use the diamond wheel on the lives because I know it's loud. I try to do all the rough grinding the best I can off camera and do all the fine tuning on camera. So I'm just going to go ahead and round it up. I thought, yeah, that's a good layer. Okay. And it's going to come on the edge. Get it nice and rounded. See, we want the light to come into the stone and reflect off the layers. So we gotta kind of round the edges. It is a lot of work for one stone, but these stones are worth it. They're expensive, or they can be expensive. You don't want to mess it up. I can actually go a little bit more down that one. That way. Actually, it's probably over here. See, yeah, it's weird. I saw a lot of greens and purples, but now it's not showing green and purples. It's just kind of interesting. Sorry, Jesus. We had to hide Jesus. Alright. is the one downside about going live and vertical is sometimes we get people that, it's probably kids, don't have anything else better to do. Yeah, they belong in the garden, not in chat. Usually just ignore him or I block him. Oh, there was one troll one time. I was having a hoot with that guy. It was fun, but all depends on my mood. Today we're all about rocks. Remember, we always keep the stone moving. You don't want to stop it. Now, because I rounded the edges, allows the light into the layer and allows the light to kind of do its thing and kind of show layer off. It's going to be hard to show right now because, you know, it's wet. We've got too many lights going on. We're not going to see it entirely. Shane, this is it's called Fire Obsidian. It is from Oregon. Obsidian can be found all over the world. Oregon has actually a pretty good diverse of different obsidians, and this particular variety is only found in Oregon. Well, thank you, Derek. Like I said, it all depends on my mood sometimes. Sometimes I'm kind of in a playful mood. I'll have fun with it. So long as fairly family friendly. Not too vulgar. And this is also the most expensive variety of obsidian in the world. And you can't just go out and dig for it and sell it. BLM land. There's a couple people out there have some active claims out there, but they only have those claims because they found a loophole for the claims. And BLM I think they try to fight that a little bit. Well, hi there, Talik. Howdy, Liz. Liz, I may have lurked here and there in your live last night. I was just busy doing stuff. Hopefully your live show went well. Yeah, I'll go wear my necklace. It's actually in the house right now. I didn't wear it today. Yeah, I'm not even wearing my wedding ring right now. Well, I typically don't wear my wedding ring when I'm working on the machines anyway. I ruined an emerald once doing that. So we should be okay to go to the next stage. Should be. You got some rocks today and a fossil? Nice. I'm going to grab my necklace. So for those that have not seen it, I do have a necklace. It's a little smudgy, a little dirty. Now I'm getting water all over it. There we go. All right, so this is my personal necklace here. This is actually I would call this one of the more higher grades. because there are gradients that you can get, and this is one of the more higher grades. And that's my daily necklace I typically wear. Oh, it was spammy on Liz Live too. Oh, nice, Talik. Oh, weird. I wonder if, like, with all the YouTube changes, it's like causing more people to be found, which also in turn causes more people to get spammed. I got another one over here. I can grab onto it. Nope, that's not the. I have another piece that I need to make into a pendant, and I don't know what to do with it. Okay, so we're going to attempt to do the 1200 grit really quick. Yeah, I feel like every time YouTube like does changes, then it's like a new batch of trolls. Which is a little frustrating, but hey. Sometimes we gotta roll with it until we get it fixed. Yeah. Oh, hi, Marion. So yeah, Marion, I did that for a while too, but it sounds like maybe I'll have to keep an eye on it. Out and run back. I've tried to polish labradorite. It was towards the beginning when I was learning how to do lapidary, and I'm not good at polishing labradorite. At least I haven't revisited polishing labradorite, but I do better at obsidian. I'm not a huge fan of polishing labradorite, and I think it's because it's so soft. Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to keep an eye on that. What? Start doing lives again to get like spammed with such trolls. Yeah, I used to make it so like you had to be a member of or a subscriber of the channel to comment, and if you can set you have to be like a subscriber for like an X amount of time before like you can leave a comment. And for a while I did that. We'll see what happens this weekend. Because I can change the setting at any time. Spend more time on there. Spot. I actually need to figure out what's going on with my service, because whenever I use my data, it's like really bad quality anymore. And so I don't know if like Verizon's having issues, or maybe if I hit my data limit and I have to wait for it to reset, or what. It's kind of frustrating. Marion, those trolls are gonna have a payday with me, because I feel like I've dealt with worse. Come at me, bro. I can multitask. I can sell. I can. Thank you, Summer. I just clipped them to this morning. I'm like, you know what? I think. Because I was going to hold off on clipping them down until Friday, but I figured I have like 4 days to grow them back before I clip them again. I mean, they were clean to begin with. Like, even before I clipped them, they were super clean. Now I'm trying to remember the last time my air compressor went off. It might go off here soon. Les, how many keywords do you have in place? Like, so like keywords for like, where YouTube will automatically like hold the comment for review. Because I have a lot. I have so many, in fact, that I had to remove one of them because it caused an issue a while back, and the person thought I was lying. I think some of you might remember that. I don't want to say who it is, but they thought I was, I had blocked them for XYZ, and I'm like, no, it wasn't me, and it wasn't moderator, it's just you had a keyword in your name, and it had hidden you from a chat. And they're like, no, you didn't. I'm like, yeah, that's what happened. So I had to remove a keyword, just so it doesn't block anyone else. So yeah, if I were to put Ryan as a keyword, it would actually hide Ryan from chat. Fun fact. Have I worked with Snowflake Obsidian? I don't think I have. I do not think I have. This actually might be okay for the next step. No, it's not. We have to hit this corner over here a little bit more. Ryan, please. I have worked on a weird variety of Obsidian, though. I don't know where it's from. Our friend Wildheart was over here. I visited, and she took a lapidary class, and she polished the piece. Well, she polished the piece up, and it wasn't really Snowflake Obsidian, but it was really weird. Weird, Marion. Well, that's the thing, Marion. Like I had the keyword 420 blocked. That was a blocked keyword, and there was someone that had 420 in their screen name, and so they were hidden. And I thought maybe a moderator had blocked them from the chat. I'm like, no. And then I had to go back and look it up, and through my research, found out that that's what happened. So I removed that keyword from my block list. And like Lawrencine, during like the Harris and Trump election thing, like during that time, I put Trump and Harris as a blocked keyword because I didn't want to see it in chat. Unfortunately, because I had Harris as a blocked keyword, Lawrencine could not be seen in chat, and she had emailed and had to figure it out that it was the blocked keyword, and it kept her from participating. So I removed the Harris as a blocked keyword. Felt bad. So I have to be very picky on my keywords now. Most of it's just like vulgar and profanity that I have blocked. Yes, Amy did save us earlier. Well, I had to because it pretty much caused two different issues from two different people, and one person took it pretty easy, the other person not so much. Not so much in fact that they would actually block me. Like if they were to see me in someone else's like live that they moderate, they probably would block me, and that's ridiculous. I'm like, I don't have any deep with you, like at all. Like I'm trying to explain, this is what happened in the most professional way I can, and you're not listening. Like I can back it up with a video, you know, do an example like we did before, and like they wouldn't even hear it. They won't hear reason, which is unfortunate. Well, hi there, Horde of Diamonds. Welcome in. We should be okay now. Okay, so now we have 2 rocks ready for polish. I do have more obsidian to polish at some point because I did buy more online. So these are the ones that we're gonna polish here in a second, and then I bought a couple more over here. They're very much covered in tape. Here we're going to zoom out really quick. I have my knife nearby. And then I bought these ones separately. Janet. Okay, I don't know. I didn't even bother to look at these when I bought them. I'm just now looking at them. Okay. This actually got some good color in there. So these ones I bought because Summer said, hey, check this out. And so I went and looked at them, and I'm like, oh, I'll buy those. So yeah, those got some good color in there. We got 2 different layers. Yeah, we got 2 layers in that one. The only downside that I don't like about the stone, there's it right there, that little crevice. I would almost be willing to cut it there and then, or just leave it. Just leave that alone. Ooh. See, I didn't notice that. Yeah, I'll leave that alone. So, what do we got? Where is that layer coming from? So we have a layer on top and a layer on bottom. That's what we got. Yeah. So that's a good one. And 82 carats. It's got some good color too. Man, these ones will end up being for sale once I get them all polished up. This layer, it looks like it does dip down a little bit. YouTube is on a power trip right now. They're dropping a lot of TV channels right now and upsetting a lot of people. How are they dropping TV channels? Where's the rest of the stone? Let's really cut it. That's okay. So we have that one. We might polish these later on this week, I think. Or tonight. I don't know. We'll see. I do have a lot of rocks to price before this weekend. Plate sweeper. These are fire obsidian. These are from Oregon. I had gotten a little tip that someone was selling these, and I went ahead and bought a couple. Actually bought these while I was on my trip, so they showed it before I go home. So this one is a more... oh, hang on. Is any other layers? No, it's just those 2 layers. So this one's not super shiny. This would be technically a lower grade, just based... there's not a lot of color to it. But it looks like there might be another layer down there, maybe. Where's a fly in here now? Yeah, get off my head. So yeah, not crazy about this one right here. I might just save this one for... Actually, I should see how much I paid for it, and then maybe just sell it for what I paid for it. I like these ones better. Yeah, these ones are much nicer. Actually, did I buy 3 pieces or did I buy 2 pieces? Me, that was a bonus piece. I gotta look into it. I forgot what I did. But yeah, no, we do have a couple nice ones here. So 2 out of 3 is not bad. Let's put those over here right now, and we are going to go to the polish machine. Any mystery boxes ready? No, Janet, I don't have any ready right now, but I will show you something because eventually I will be making some. Because all those boxes right there, excuse the mess. Yeah, all those boxes right there, that is all for mystery boxes, African material. So I need to go through, figure out what the items cost in the boxes, break them all down, figure out what to make. So future mystery boxes when I have time. Yeah, because we need to do some more so we can make some more room. Because I still have rocks down there I haven't even priced yet. Should we pause it? We don't need that. Oh, there's already like this one. That's already. I didn't polish that one, but of course I'm fogging it up a little bit. But we do have another piece of fire right there. Yeah, I'm fogging it up. Yeah, I bought some stuff wholesale from Africa. It's on a pause right now until the tariffs go away, because 30% tariffs, it really sucks. Well, thank you, Snags. Ooh, I almost dropped that. So yeah, for those that are maybe watching that have not seen my videos before, CAD machine, flat lap, CAD machine. I got a fossil in there right now. This is the polishing wheel. Stuff to get priced for this next weekend, next couple weekends, and then I got a grinder and sander down there. Well, I won't be buying rocks for a while. I am actually working on getting a new shed, or I don't like calling it a shed, because technically when I get done, it's not going to be a shed. It's going to be a new workspace. And that's like $37,000. So my money has to go towards that. I should start a GoFundMe to kind of help out a little bit if I wanted to. Marianne, I'll show you here in a second. It's got to tighten my apron. I don't want to say apron. It's just keeps my clothes clean. So we have these will be some of these will be giveaways, but we have some marcasite, some Indonesian marcasite, some rough cuts. Then we have got more cabs. I already forgot what's in here. Oh, that's rainbow obsidian. We got drill pairs. We have more drill pairs than non-drill pairs. I forgot what's in some of these boxes. Hematite, powellite, and quartz from Brazil. And we have these giant trick or stick agates. So we have those. And then over here we have some rough tourmaline and quartz from Brazil. Nice little so we'll have some rough material. And then that's the powellite and quartz. So if we hit it with a UV light, it fluoresces. And we have A grade, we got B grade, and then that's the rough. We also have spheres of it. So it's they're assuming that it's powellite and quartz. The powellite is what gives it its fluorescence. So they are like phantom quartz. And the phantom parts of the quartz fluoresces. And it does UV with long, medium, and short wave, but it's best with long wave. Like I bought one too. So if we turn off my lights, we zoom in. I look at it right there. I bought that one. That'd be hard to see, but I thought it was cool. Derek. Yeah, and then I have some other stuff I need to get priced too. Like I need to figure out the price for that one. Giant chunk of dioptase. And like I won't be buying this stuff for a while. So like right now what I have is what I have of the African material. But yeah, I got some. Is this one I wanted to keep? I don't remember anymore. One of these I wanted to keep. So I do have some cobultion, calcite, and I got a few pieces of it actually. Well, hi there, Dad's Rocks. That one right there. It's a nice piece. One of these I'm keeping, just because of the dogtooth calcite, and then I'll sell the rest. Fair warning, they will be expensive because they were not cheap. If anything, I might just try to break even on those because they're too expensive. Yeah, it's too expensive. And then is that the one I want to keep? What is in here? Okay. Lakewood, I get them from a little all over. Like most of this, that's my personal collection. Like right here. Sorry, that's the first rock I ever cut and polished. And it turned out to be a partial thunder egg. Yeah, I get them all over. State sales, garage sales, online, rock shows, friends. I get them all over. Some of them I do self-collect, like this guy right here. I collected that one myself. I got a video somewhere of me actually collecting it. And then I polished it up. It is Terita wood from the Oregon coast. And this is the kind of material that I would not take to the polishing wheel right there. Because sometimes this wood can contain sand. And once the sand gets into that polishing wheel right there, then that polishing wheel is toast. There's nothing I can do with it. So with stuff like this, I would take it to a resin wheel to get polished up. But yeah, that was like the coolest piece of Terita wood I've ever found. Like the best that I've ever found. Yeah, I got some cool rocks up here. Like this is my business card holder. I can put business cards in there. I didn't find that one. I bought that one. Yeah. I got some neat stuff up here. I think that is fire obsidian. Is there a fly on my leg? I feel like I keep feeling a fly on my leg. So I don't remember why this was there. Oh, yeah, it is fire obsidian. Okay. How I polish them? So it's basically what we've been doing. That fly is gonna drive me insane. So how I polish them? You start with a low grit wheel or flat loud, depending what kind of machine you have. You grind it down to where you want it, and then from there you go on to the next higher stage until you go down the line. So I forgot what grit this is. That one's 180 grit hard diamond wheel, 140 grit soft resin wheel, 280, 600, 1200, 3000. And I do have higher grit wheels I've actually never used because I haven't needed to use them. Oh, hey, look, more fire obsidian. I was looking for that. Someone was asking about black fire opal the other day, and I told them I couldn't find it. There it is. So yeah, I got 50,000. Again, I've almost never even used it. And then that one is 14,000. Get off my leg. Something keeps... there you were. Okay. You want to keep coming back? You can keep coming back. Alright, we'll give it a second. It's going to come back. I'm waiting for it. Oh, I missed. I'll come back. Anyway. Please hold. Did I actually get it? It hasn't come back yet. So yeah, you can. So even like with these machines, you can make whatever shape you want. It's just a matter of so like this machine, there is lower grits. We can actually use the machine to kind of shape it however you want. Like if you wanted to have a stone with multiple facets, like multiple like flat spots, you can do that with these machines. The only downside is like with each facet that you make, you get to polish each and every one of those facets like individually. It just takes a little bit longer. But yeah, it's just keep moving on the wheels. Well, hi there, James. Waiting for that fly to come back. Marion, I have not seen any big specimens of the... Actually, no, I take that back. My friend actually does have some Indonesian wood. And he actually sent me with this to see how it would polish up. He has giant chunks of like a wormwood from Indonesia. Okay, I'm going to keep this fly swatter with me because like... Yeah, like this cab right here. This cab's also first. This cab's going to be a necklace eventually. I should make one for... I should make a necklace for Amy too. Make one for Amy. Make one for River. Of course, wait for River to be older before she can wear hers so she doesn't lose it. And then, yeah, because we got... Actually, is that one have a price? No, it doesn't have a price on there. That one's a really nice one. All right. Keep my fly swatter with me, but we're going to come over here so we can polish these rocks. So this is my polishing wheel. This is a Berber carpet. And I use a cerium oxide, Scoring Glass Company, cerium oxide. Nothing for Tucker, poor Tucker. Hey, Tucker gets pets. He gets love. Tucker doesn't even wear a collar, so we've never actually even tried to put a collar on him. So what we do first here is we get this turned on, we get it wet with some water. We're gonna zoom out so you can kind of see the whole process here. Get it nice and damp. We're really only going to use like this much of the wheel, like right up in here. Okay, are we back? All right. Give it a couple seconds. I know I lost a lot of people. I'm going to have to call the insurance company after this to get the car insured so I get my loan. Well, hi there, Sir Roxalot. Get the van insured before I can go there tomorrow. Truck on liability only and have full coverage in the van. Alright, polish time. So yeah, Gordon Glass Company, cerium oxide, and get this up on Amazon. It's like $25 at the time for a jar of it. Yeah, since Tucker is strictly an indoor cat, he doesn't need a collar. I mean, he's gotten out, I think at least once, but he didn't get very far. He came right back home. But yeah, he's strictly an indoor cat. All right, we're gonna get these polished up, and then we'll end the live because I gotta call the insurance company, car insurance. Gotta add a car. But this shouldn't take too long. I mean, just watch this. Watch this. Don't leave. Watch this. Tell your friends. This is how quick it can be. See how quick that was? Tina! Hi, Tina. Yeah, Tina, I don't know if you got my email or not. I'm still waiting for that box. And I'll have to ask Josh about... See if you can get us a tracking number. James, this is Fire Obsidian. And I just gotta figure out the pricing. It's a consignment piece. And then we'll have this potentially this weekend. I appreciate you too, Tina. I gotta fix Bruno too. At some point. I'm trying to get like all these products done before this weekend. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to be... Look at that. And we'll get another different light here once we get all done. Once we get all these customer projects done as far as like the custom polishing stuff, I'm probably going to be going live more often during the work week. I know I said this in the past, but because I have the shed coming, the shed's expensive, and I don't want to spend 7 years paying it off. I want to pay it off sooner. I'm going to have to go live more often. Pretty much all the extra money I will be getting is on me throwing at that shed. I do not like debt. I like at all. I think my biggest thing is like it's not like I don't like debt for one. For two, I don't like interest rates because it's like you're paying for one thing, and then the longer you take to pay it off, you're just paying more into it. We'll have a good night, Tina. Thanks for popping in for a little bit. I do like working small pieces because they polish so much quicker. And Janet's phone's about to die. Well, have a good night, Janet. Oh yeah, hopefully we'll see you sooner. I got more stuff to do this week, so nothing will happen Wednesday morning because I'm getting a radio put into the new van Wednesday morning. Yeah, Lakewood, my email is worldofrockhounds@gmail.com. I could do my best to help out. If not, we also do have a Discord server. Send me an email, and I can send you a link to the Discord server, because, it seems like we do have a lot of trolls with these lives right now. So, just send me an email, and I'll send you a link to the Discord server. Thank you, James. Obsidian does rule. We actually have a couple different Discord servers. We have one for World of Rockhounds, and then we have another one for the Rockhound podcast, which we call the Rockhound Roundtable. Right? It's been a while. Yeah, send me an email. I'll send you both links. We have a really awesome community. Everyone's really helpful, really giving. Super helpful. Really proud of everyone. You know what? Now these are small pieces, so I'm trying to be very careful so I'm cleaning out my fingers here. They very easily could. Not a lot of people care about polishing obsidian because it's kind of a pain. Because it's really easy to get scratches in there. But if you're careful enough, it actually looks nice. Look at that. Oh, nice, James. Everyone's worried about the fingers. No, this machine right here, you might get a rug burn, but that's about it. This is probably one of the safest machines that I have. I'll go ahead the other side again just to make sure that I didn't miss any spots here. Oh, howdy, Adam. I got a lot of videos on how to do stuff. Wow, thank you, James. Man, where's my bell? Oh, I have my bell outside. Hold on. Thank you, James. We actually might be good with this piece. No, you got my spot. There we go. Definitely appreciate the super chats quite a bit. Thank you. Might be okay. We might be good with this one. It's hard to tell. That one's done. Oh, hi there, Bill. Ryan, in my experience, your shins are more at risk than your fingers. Unless you're like me and you have open-toe shoes. Then it's your toes. Though your shins, though, when you're using a rock hammer, that hurts quite a bit. Especially when you don't have feeling in your fingers, and then like you go to swing your hammer. And your hands decide to let go of the hammer, and your shin's the only thing in its way. Yeah, it feels wonderful. Hi there, Leonard. So yeah, we have this piece right here, and we're gonna polish both sides. So for those new here, again, this is Fire Obsidian. We're using Gordon Glass Company cerium oxide with a carpet wheel. That's what it looks like beforehand. We always want to keep the wheel deep. Bill, yes, for obsidian, absolutely. ZM is kind of more for. Okay, this one's gonna be hard to hold on to. ZM is more for sorry, I cannot think. Turquoise and softer stuff like that. Whereas these buffing wheels, it's really better for like agates, petrified wood, jaspers, obsidian, all the harder materials. ZM is really like, I mean, I bought some ZM just so I could polish some turquoise. Because I have ZM, and I also have all the Menzerna polishing compounds, the Rouge bars, I guess you can say. Yeah, or he missed the rock. Now, you can never spend too much time on a polishing wheel. It is important to add plenty of pressure. I mean, I'm not adding a super, I mean, you might be able to hear it, hold on. not. This one's a little bit harder because I don't want to press too hard and have the rock have its edge caught and then get taken out of my hands. But thank you, Sir Rocks a lot. Yeah, I couldn't find that word. So yeah, just a little bit of time, and we have that. So we do have to focus a little bit more on the edge over here, and around the edges here. Oh yeah, 360. That's actually a really good question. My best advice to you is to keep an eye out for like Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace for used equipment, just so you can kind of get an idea. Actually, no, let me back up a little bit. An even better way to start things is find a local rock and gem club, and if they have any lapidary classes that you can attend, so that way you can work with the machines first and see how you like it. And if you like it, then from there go to either Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace and look for used equipment, because brand new equipment's expensive. Most of the equipment that I have, I've got secondhand. I think really the only new equipment that I bought for lapidary stuff was my Fordham and an angle grinder. Everything else, and a flat lap. Everything else I bought used. So for example, and you gotta kind of be careful what you're looking for too. I saw there was a used Genie on the Facebook Marketplace, and someone was selling it, I think, for like $1,800 or something like that, and the wheels were shot. Like, they needed brand new wheels. You gotta look out for that, because if you're gonna be buying a Genie for that much money, your best bet is to buy a brand new one, because those wheels are expensive as it is. And if you're buying one that at that price that has like shot wheels, you might as well buy a brand new Genie. Unless you find a used Genie that's like maybe within like the $500 to $800 range, where the wheels are okay, then that's a good deal. But if you're wanting to get brand new stuff, there is flat laps you can buy through High Tech. The only issue I have with those ones is you do have to wash the plates in between stages and rinse your rock between stages, because the flat laps they use, they're like a mesh. They're not a solid resin, so they hold grit and they can hold contaminants. And those flat laps I think are within like what, the $650, $700 range. And then you still have to spend more money to get like all the in-between grits for those flat laps. So you're still looking at probably spending still a few $100s more than what the machine is. And then the saws, I feel like the bottom range price for a saw right now is probably about $850. And that is the High Tech 10-inch trim saw. They do have smaller ones. And then Highland Park also has a 10-inch saw, kind of in that same price range. Look at that. So it all depends on what you're looking for, really. But my best advice would be to find a rock club first, if you have one in your area, to see if you like it before spending all that kind of money, because it can add up really quick. Derek, I don't know. I honestly have not used my flat lap very much. I've used it a few times, but not enough to really like whenever I just want to get something polished, I just take it to my Nova wheels. If Diamond Pacific made wheels that I could fit on my little flat lap, I'd buy those. So yeah, we're getting there. Almost done. 150 likes. Nice. I should make a video of like. But I feel like Jared's done it though. I feel like Jared did a video on like kind of what to look for equipment if you're wanting to get into it. If he hasn't, maybe you should. But I feel like he did. Oh, Ryan, like what size those discs come in? Because I do want Nova discs. I know they come in like 8 inches because I was hoping to. I reached out to High Tech regarding their 18-inch flat lap, and it was expensive. I forgot what the price was. I had to look at my email, but it was over $4,000 for their 18-inch flat lap. You know, Ryan, it would be nice if they did. I did email Diamond Pacific a while back to see if they had an affiliate program because I would love to be on it since I use their wheels for everything I do. Oh, hi there, Edgardo. But they never got back to me. And I even asked Dave, I was like, hey, kid, do you know if they do this? Because he's always hanging out there with Diamond Pacific. I just never heard back. So these videos are sponsored by nobody. I would do sponsorships. This one's getting a little scared down. My thing is, because I've had a company once to send me a piece of equipment, and it was cutting edge supply. They were like, yeah, we're working with Highland Park, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna send a bunch of creators a bunch of free equipment and no costume, and blah 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 blah. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And they're like, what could you do with an ultrasonic drill? I'm like, I don't know. I'm sure I can figure it out. And then like later they come back and it's like, well, we're gonna give that to someone else, but we'll send you a cabbing machine. I'm like, okay. And like I did not get my hopes up. And sure enough, things went south between Cutting Edge Supply and I guess whatever deal they were working on like dropped. And of course the whole thing with Cutting Edge Supply, like them not sending customers their orders and this and that. And so I did not get a cabbing machine as promised. So I don't get excited about stuff unless I see it in front of my face. Okay, well, this should be okay. All right, let me get these washed off. We'll come back and we'll look at them. Gotta do Home Depot on this one. I should still have some. Oh yeah, I still have some left. Come over here. Sit in my fancy chair, and there's that fly again. And we're gonna extend this out. Hopefully I should be able to call the insurance company before they close. Hopefully. If not, I can just call in the morning. Smudges all over it. Obsidian's really hard to keep clean once you polish it. Okay, there's one. And then you put it over here so I don't get all dirty. And here's the other. Amy should be home any minute. Okay. So we have this one. We'll roll it over here a little bit. There we go. So it's not a super bright layer, but it is a fire layer. Got that one there. And of course I'm fogging it up because I'm hot. There we go. There's the other side. And that's just my fingerprint there in the bottom. Again, hard to keep clean once they've been polished. Yeah, Amy's home. Her small child. So yeah, there's one. And I can put this back in the box. Give a man a room. Here's the other one. That one has some really nice color in there. Yeah, I like working small pieces. It's kind of a pain in the butt to hold on to them, like on the polishing wheel, but like they polish much quicker, typically. But yeah, this one had 2 layers in there. Turned out nice. There we go. Ooh, just dropped it. There we go. So yeah, let's gotta figure out the prices on these, and then we'll have them for sale. There's 3 that'll be for sale. And the third one in the box there. All right. So I hope you all had fun. Yeah, we got a little bit done today, kind of. Got a couple pieces of obsidian done. There's 2 less things I gotta do. And I feel like there is another piece of obsidian. I gotta figure out whose it is though, because Steve wanted to get it done too, and I forgot which one it was. So gotta figure that out. Yeah. I will try to go live again this week, maybe tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Maybe we'll just grab a couple random rocks, like I said earlier. Have River pick a few out, and we'll see what they look like once they've been ground down and polished. Just a couple random rocks, see what happens. But yeah, it's nice to see everyone. I will see you all here soon. So have a good evening, and I will talk to you soon. So bye. Oh, we have a message held for review. Okay, what does it say? There we go. Oh, Led's gonna have a sale in 36 minutes. Okay. Here. Why does it say private? I'm still alive though. That was weird. Oh, this phone's almost dead. Ah. Here, let's get Les's link up here. 1 second. There we go. So we're gonna go. Oops. Go to channel. Les, I'm gonna share your channel really quick. Oopsie. Share. Copy link. All right. So let's go live here in about 30 some odd minutes. So go subscribe to Les and see what she's got cooking. So I will see you all soon. I gotta go call the vehicle insurance company to get that sorted out. So bye everybody. Go follow Les. I'll give you all a couple seconds to do that. Maybe you give a few more seconds. Ryan, come save me from buying. Okay, so bye for real this time. Bye everybody. Go follow Les. She's gonna have a little something happening. So go follow Les. So bye. And boop. And